Oh, no. This is probably Frank, right? I worked with him almost every day, Clara. I didn't know he had murder in him. Oh, they want you to think they're so pious, but all they're here to do is slowly drain the life out of this town. Calm down, Peter. Oh, here comes the procession. He's gonna be burned, isn't he? That's what the procession is for. Did I miss anything, says Otto. No, you're fine, says Eva. Andreas. I'm gonna say Otto. Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi. I didn't do this. God knows even if you don't. Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi, miserere nobis. This can't be happening. This can't be happening, says Ferenc. Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi, dona nobis passem. Maybe. Running like a chicken, crying like a woman. Pathetic. Silence, says Arnold. Silence! Rather, I forgot his voice. He's crying. Frank is saying he didn't do it. I don't think he did it, honestly. I order the executioner to carry out his duty. I warrant him peace and safe conduct, whatever may befall him. I'm gonna watch, I suppose. My God, says Frank. Hold still, says Richard. No! He didn't do it. He didn't hold still. He's going for the slash. Many slashes. And Richard says, My Lord Judge, you have executed as judgment and law have required, says Arnold. For that I thank God and my master who has taught me such art, says Richard. I know this was your doing, Andreas, says Jerno. If you want to blame someone, blame yourself. You turned a blind eye to his activities for years. How dare you? Do you understand the pressure I'm under to keep this abbey together? Does that mean you should ignore the fact that your prior studies black magic? Or that he killed a man? You are no longer welcome at Kiersau, Andreas Mahler. I will send your final payment to the Gertners. May you have a long and successful career in Nuremberg, and may you never travel this way again. Crap. Separation. Andreas, has the time come for you to leave us? I'm afraid so, Brother Piero. This farewell will have to be brief. Father Jerno made it clear I was no longer welcome at Kiersau. I pray that time will soften Father Abbott's heart. I hope he eventually realizes you were only trying to help me. This is a sad parting, but inevitable. I had hoped you would stay a bit longer. But the world needs you more than Kiersau does. You have grown beyond this old abbey and become a master in your own right. I will miss you, my son. As I will you. Come, your masterpiece is complete. May I see it one last time before you go? Please, I value your assessment. The opinion of one old monk matters little. All the same, I am excited to see it finished at last. Oh, I actually managed to finish it. I didn't realize. It's a masterpiece. Truly worthy of the word. Oh, that's Big York right there. I think. Maybe. I don't remember if this is very different from what we saw. And it appears you took my advice to heart. What advice was that? To put yourself into the work. Not just to interpret another artist's work, but to transform it into something true. Oh yeah, you can see all the peasants. This shows the world as it is, as you have seen it, even if it is not what we may want to see. Though it is not my place to say so, I am proud of you, Andreas. Oh, there's... What is this? A scrap of parchment? Do not return here. A warning? Oh, it's the killer's note. Whose hand is this? It doesn't look like Brother Adok or Brother Guise. Brother Florian and I found a similar note on the Baron's clothing. And I found more notes delivered to others while I was investigating. They must have been written by someone who knew the darkest secrets of the town and this abbey. They tugged at those secrets to kill the Baron, like someone pulling at threads that had been buried in the past. A frightening thought. But who would do such a thing? I wish I knew. Do not trouble yourself overly about it. Your future lies outside of these walls. I hope that you will have time to visit me once or twice in your travels before the Lord takes me. I'll come as often as I can, assuming Father Janot doesn't forbid it. We must have faith that better days lie ahead for all of us. God bless you, Andreas Mahler. Thank you for your friendship. Until next time. Are you all right, Master Andreas? What? Are you all right, Master Andreas? Yes, thank you. I was just remembering him. Trying to, anyway. It doesn't come easily anymore. Oh, would you like me to leave you alone? No, Gaspar, it's not necessary. There's nothing to be done about it now. It's too late. Like so many things. Andreas Mahler, I never expected to see your face here again. Have you been in Nuremberg for these last 7 years? No, Nuremberg for a few years, but I received some lucrative commissions abroad. Oh, more character creation or development, I suppose. That's really cool. This is really cool. The time skip makes so much sense. It allows for a pacing of a storyline that you don't often see in video games, because we closed the chapter. We definitely closed the chapter of the murder, and obviously, like, it's the ta-ta-ta kind of situation. We know the murderer is still about, but at least it wasn't our friend who died. I imagine this scene is kind of similar if it was our friend who died. Now I'm thinking maybe we shouldn't have had, maybe, like, if it was our friend who had died, Brother Ferenc would have, or Prior Ferenc would have had more information, possibly, because I don't think, again, I really don't think it was him. But, yeah. So we have Poland, England, France, and Aragon. Andreas knows some Polish, bits of Czech, and Hungarian in Poland, and can reference cultural touchstones from Krakow, Prague, and Buda. And Buda being one of the cities of Budapest, because those are two cities, I think, famously. England is, Andreas knows some English and can reference cultural touchstones from London and other parts of Britain. France is Andreas knows French and can reference cultural touchstones from Paris, Tours, or Tours, and Dijon. In Aragon, and knows some Spanish and a bit of Arabic, and can reference cultural touchstones from Barcelona and Valencia. And I'll go with that because it's kind of goes well with Italian and stuff. So, I spent a few years in Aragon. They're quite fond of the Netherlandish painters, and my style was, well, close enough. Are they still conducting those ghastly inquisitions there? Across the peninsula, yes. Though less so in Aragon. Why? I find them cruel. The Jews were ejected from Dijon as well. Or Dijon? No, it's French, so Dijon. And an ugly part of our history. I'm surprised you care at all. Well, I'm not about to leap into a fire to save anyone, but I don't think it's right what's happened to them. In spite of your extensive travels and success, you're still not welcome at Kiersau. The abbot hasn't forgotten what happened. 7 years isn't all that long. I simply wanted to pay my respects to an old friend. Surely you understand that? I understand why Father Abbot expelled you from the abbey. What were you expecting? A hero's welcome? You can expect a mouthful of broken teeth if you don't hold your tongue. Master Andreas? You can't hit me. I'm a monk. And I'm only telling you what the abbot... I actually skipped that, but... Fine. Tell Father Janot I'll be staying at the land houses in town. Land house. Oh, is it an inn? Yeah, at the land house in town for a night or two before moving on. The Golden Hand? I'll tell him, but I can't imagine he'll care. Why is he so rude, says Caspar. God bless you, and I'll be off. Middle of the morning, I think. That monk seemed unhappy to see you, Master Andreas. Why is the abbot so angry with you? Towards the end of my stay in Tassing, there was a murder at Kiersau Abbey, a nobleman. Father Journeau panicked and accused my friend, Brother Piero, of committing the crime. I helped convince the investigating archdeacon that another monk was responsible, Prior Frank. He was executed for the crime. You got someone killed? Yes. I had no idea you were involved in something so exciting. Why didn't you mention it before? Well, I suppose it must have been a hard situation about if the abbot is still this mad at you. I had to make some difficult choices. Maybe they were the wrong ones. I've had to live with that. Why did you come here if you're not welcome? I wanted to pay my respects to Brother Piero. And to be honest, I'm not looking forward to returning to Nuremberg. This commission, it's an obscene vanity piece under the pretext of a religious scene. My patrons just want to celebrate themselves and their wealth. I dread each new commission more than the last. Every step I take toward home is agonizing. But, Master, you're famous and rich. Your work is wonderful. When I saw your altarpiece in Nuremberg, I begged my father to help me become your apprentice. I don't understand how you could accomplish all that you have and be unhappy. I know. It must be hard to believe. I was once very much like you. Once, I wanted this life so much that it consumed my every waking thought. I don't know if I've changed or if what I wanted was never really real. Maybe I've been a fool this whole time. So this is what you have to look forward to, Caspar. A life of disappointment. He doesn't like that. Well, come. Let's visit my old friend Klaus. It's been too long. As you like, Master Andreas. Interesting. This room is sparse compared to what I'm used to. Yeah, it is interesting that I could make Caspar upset at that. I'm curious to see what the consequences of that are. But I'm being honest with him as well, so. Hey, Anna. Hello, Andreas. How are you enjoying your stay? It's been wonderful, Hannah. Thank you. Oh, good. You're in the best room we have. I'm glad it's to your liking. Was there anything else? No, thank you. Until later. Until then. I don't think we know where this is. Where this inn is. Although maybe the town had more things. Do I know the little boy? I don't know. We have the meadow. This is Killian. Good day, Master Maller. This is Nico. Ah, Master Maller, is it? Welcome, and welcome to the Golden Hand. I am Nico Berger. I own this land house and run it with my wife, Hannah, and our son, Killian. I believe my boy helped you to your room. Is it to your liking? It is lovely, thank you. I am glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. And when you arrived in town, one of the locals said you lived here a few years back. Yes, I worked for the Abbey as an artist. Ah, I see. I heard that you were involved in solving a murder, it was. Yes, out of necessity. The wrong man was being accused of the crime, a friend of mine. I heard it was a prior of the Abbey, that the Baron was a sacrifice in some diabolical spell the brother was casting. No, he wasn't casting a spell. The Baron wasn't a sacrifice. Where did you hear that? Oh, bits and pieces that people have said here and there. It sounds like the story has changed in the last 7 years. I meant no offense, Master Maller. I just find it to be an interesting story. It's not a story. It's something that happened. 2 people died. Oh, of course. Again, I meant no offense. Well, I'll leave you to your day. Until then. Just making him sweat. Who's this? Samuel. Hello, Andreas. That is quite the attire it is. Looks badass as hell. Although, you know, it's because it's in drawing. In real life, it doesn't look as nice. Just do it. You know, it's the right thing. I don't understand why it's so hard for you. Otto, I'm scared. It's dangerous to cross the abbot. Would you prefer the alternative? You don't need to do that, Otto. I don't understand. I'm just saying. Andreas. Andreas Mahler. It's good to see you again, old friend. Otto, you're looking well. This is my apprentice, Kaspar Zielger, from Salzburg. Salzburg, a small city located on the river Salzach, and founded on Roman ruins. Rumors of violence and rebellion in the city are becoming more common. Kaspar's hometown. I don't know where Salzburg is. The name doesn't sound unfamiliar, but still. Good day. Ah, that answers that. I thought he might be your son. Oh, no, not yet. Eva and I just had our first little Otto. Though, we call him Otz. There's the little boy. Congratulations to you both. That's wonderful news. Thank you. It's been a trial with Dad gone, but Clara and Ursula help out where they can. Oh, he lived a surprisingly long time considering his profession and previous stroke. Not long enough for me. Not long enough for Otz. Dr. Stoltz said it was another stroke while he was sleeping, thankfully. I know Eva wrote to you about my father's death, Andreas. Why didn't you write back? I'm sorry. I just, things got busy after I left Tassing. Sorry to interrupt, but I should be heading back. I feel like I should remember your face, but I can't place it. It's Martin, obviously. Oh, don't trouble yourself. It's me, Martin. Remember? Oh, you've grown. It's been known to happen with children, says Otto. As much as I love whiling away the hours in the meadow, I have a lot to attend to. Otto, I'll see you at the meadow the meeting later. Andreas, until later. Last time I saw Martin was in this meadow. He was sneezing, seemed to hate being here. Even his mother cat said that he always sneezed when he was in the meadow. Strange. Is it strange? Asks Beatrice. Or are you just confused? No, I know what I saw. Are you sure? No, I am sure. Good to see you, Martin. I don't think he likes seeing me, though. Pain in my ass. I can't believe how much Martin has changed. True. He's like the prodigal son. Took over his father's farm after Friends died. Oh, Friends died. Well, there you go. Old shit didn't last as much as old Odo. He's been a much better husband to Brigitte and provider for Cat. Oh, Friends died. How's little Wolf doing? France's heart gave out. Local legend says he was screaming at Cat and he dropped dead. Not that I want anyone to suffer, but few were sad to see that man go. And little Wolf, he died a few months after you left. I think Martin still feels guilty about it. Oh, he did? Oh. That's, just how it is, I suppose. What's this about a meeting? Oh, you've picked an interesting time to visit. Come by the town commons in a while. I think you'll be interested to hear what I have to say. I didn't realize you were in the business of giving speeches. I'll definitely attend. Sounds good. Until later, then. Old faces. What an interesting thing. Oh, and I know where this is now. What an interesting mechanic. Hey, Schlau is still around. Hello, you're so big now. Hello, there you are. There you are. There, good boy. There we go. A regular St. Francis is an achievement I got. I don't know what St. Francis was. Wait a minute, I do. St. Francis... I don't know. Isn't he one of the Furies that I have in my head? I think so. What do we have in here? What a stunning collection of wildflowers. They all grow so plentiful in the meadow. They do. The mill. Ah, the many-petaled cinquefoil. Oh, so the things are the same. Still, I think it has a certain charm, yeah. So the flowers are all the same. It's interesting. Let's go here. Hello. They still look the same. More or less. Andreas, I had heard you were back in Tassing. God bless you. God bless you, Father Thomas. It is good to see you again. Hopefully this visit will be less eventful than your last. Tassing has enough going on as it is. We have our bonfire for St. John's Eve tomorrow night. People get up to all sorts of mischief. The feast and celebration of St. John the Baptist, beginning at sunset on June the 23rd, coincides with Midsummer's Day and the summer solstice. And it is a Catholic celebration. It's very common here in the city that I live in Portugal, the city of Porto. It's actually all throughout Portugal it's still celebrated, but specifically in Porto, in the area around it, it's still celebrated, and it's a big celebration and on the eve of the 24th, so on the 23rd. And then it's my job to hear their confessions in the days that follow. Not to mention the grumbling the peasants are making, says Gui. That's just talk, brother. No need to scare our guest with such things. I'm sure if there is trouble, Master Mallory will be the first to stick his nose in it. Unless you want me to break your nose, I suggest shutting your mouth. You're not going to hit me, not in front of Father Thomas. I'm going to say nothing, because that's more powerful. It's easy enough for you to come and go. You don't have to live with the consequences. After Ferenc was executed, Father Abbot made Matthew the new prior. And Matthew, oh yeah, he was diligent, if a little bit opaque in regards to his glasses. Get it? Because you can see through his glasses. Ferenc may have been annoying, but Matthew is even worse. Thanks for that, says Gui. It would have been better for everyone if you had simply allowed Brother Piero to die. After all, you only had a few years left anyway. Looks like you have no years left. Friends, there's no need for such ire. Forgive me, Father Thomas, I let my passions get the better of me. Besides, that's not even why I came down here. I actually came to speak to you on the abbot's behalf, Andreas. Father Journeau would like to invite you to come to the library tomorrow morning if you're interested in purchasing some of our books. The abbot just had me run off and now he wants me back? I can't know the mind of the Father Abbot. I just know, but I just do what he asks. The library is not quite ready yet, as it does not see much use. If you could come by tomorrow morning, Mother Illuminata can show you what's available. That's what's known as a bug. A mildly funny bug. Yeah, that means that Cecilia, or whatever her name is no longer the mother. Mother Illuminata? Asks Andreas. Yes, since Mother Cecilia passed a few years ago. How did she die? Peacefully in her sleep. So, tomorrow morning? Alright, tell him to expect me. I'm sure he'll be overjoyed, says Gui. And Andreas, I apologize for my harsh words before. It was rash. Brother Piero was a pious man and a skilled artist. We miss him. An excellent performance, Brother Gui. I almost believe it. Andreas, please. It's fine, Father. Oh, Father Thomas, do you have a moment to speak with inside the church? Yes, I think so. Why? A private matter? Oh, of course. Until tomorrow, God bless you, Andreas. All right. The abbot's invitation. It is for tomorrow only, right? I ran into Brother Gui outside of the town church. He extended an invitation from the abbot to buy books from the library. In the morning. Sounds good. We can pull that off. Let's go to the mill and check things out. See how the little boy is doing. Mueller House closed. Okay. The mill doesn't say anything. Check out the Roman ruins. There's new drawings, I think? I think there are. I'm not sure. This one over here specifically. Either way. Yeah, that's that. Looking around a little. Little kitty. Hello. And this is the place where we sleep. Everything is normal.